Hello and welcome to Common Sense TV. I'm your host, Doctor of Common Sense. I'm a little confused here because they said that Matt Gaetz has withdrew his name. Now, it can't be but two reasons he withdrew his name. Either he's guilty of a crime, because if they're saying he just paid some women, that's not a good enough reason to resign. And about 4 or 5 Republicans may have been against him. We could have changed their mind. So either he's a feline and he was afraid like Jeff Sessions, or he did something illegal, because you're not going to tell me that he withdrew his name because he thought that there was too many problems going on. You knew that before you accepted the nomination. You should have never accepted it in the first damn place. And I want you to understand the hypocrisy of these folks. In 2017, I played the video the other night, or it might have been last night. And then back in 2017, the massive fella was talking about the whole Stormy Daniels incident, and we find out that taxpayers' money, $17.2 million in taxpayers' money, was paid out for hush money to people who were sexually assaulted about sitting congressmen and representatives. Did any of those names get released? Because I keep saying this, as long as you people keep trying to play nice with the left, they'll keep just taking craps on your kitchen table. See, those names should have came out. Donald Trump was the president in 2017. Those names should have been released. I don't care who it hurt. They don't care about hurting people when they're really on the right. But a rhino Republican, they care about hurt. Now, explain to me, riddle me this, Batman. You mean to tell that you took $17.2 million of taxpayers' money and you paid hush money to different victims who had been sexually assaulted by sitting representatives, senators, or whoever else? Taxpayers' money. You guys tried to indict Donald Trump because you said he paid a porn star with his own damn money. Matt Gaetz, you said that he paid for some women. Allegedly, he gave money to some women. Now, nobody's really said that it was underage women. They say he paid to have sex with women. Well, technically, most of the whores in Hollywood and everywhere else get paid to have sex with men too. But here's the point I have. If you knew you were going to coward out Matt Gaetz, don't accept the nomination. Don't blame it on the deep state. He resigned himself after he met with the senators. I don't want to hear anything about what they said. You stay in the fight. You don't drop out. They've been dragging Donald Trump through the mud all this time. Stormy Daniels testified and they tried to embarrass Donald Trump. He sat in court and he took it. He didn't take his name out. Once you put your name in, you don't take it out, because you're giving the left what they want. Now, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen now. Since he's withdrew his name, they're going to try to get RFK Jr. They're going to try to get, what's his name? The Pete fella from Fox News. They're going to try to get him to resign now. Because Matt Gaetz was the strongest one, because he was the one attacking them constantly. When they would have these hearings, he's the one bringing up the dirt on them, Nancy Pelosi and everybody else. And you just withdraw your name. Mike Tyson was right about, if he had never said anything else smart, everybody's a badass until they get punched in the mouth. See, everybody can talk a little trash if it doesn't make them suffer. When you have to suffer financially, when they start threatening you, your family and everything else, when they show up at your house to intimidate you, see if you give me that same energy still. Matt Gaetz was talking like a honey badger. He withdrew his name. No, make them kick you out. They said it was going to be a distraction. I don't care anything about distraction. They told Donald Trump to drop out because it was going to be a distraction. They just asked Mr. Trump about, do you feel regret about putting forth Matt Gaetz? He says no. Then you come today and resign without even a real fight? Two things. Either he did something illegally, because paying some woman to have relations with you, they call it sex trafficking. So he paid a grown woman. Bill Clinton was the president. He was raping women, and y'all didn't make him step down. So Why is it that the Republicans never leak any information on these people? All of these Republicans know damn well who's on that list. $17.2 million of taxpayers' money was paid to women who were sexually assaulted. That list never got exposed. Why not? Because the Republicans are weak. They don't ever, see, that's not who we are. That's who I am. Tit for tat. Old Testament, eye for eye, tooth for a tooth. You don't let them off the hook on nothing. They exposed Matt Gaetz. Somebody should leak all of those so-called people who the $17.2 million was paid on their behalf. Leak all their damn names. Leak all the dirt on them. But see, the Republicans, even when they get in office, they don't leak anything. Donald Trump was the president when they did this. See, saying Hillary suffered enough, that ain't good enough for me. I don't care. You can't put enough suffering on these people. People have died. People have lost their livelihood. They've destroyed people's lives. Look at the COVID thing. So I don't want to hear anything about this passivity. Oh, it's a good thing Matt Gaetz stepped down. No, it's not. Because if you was going to step down, don't accept it. You already knew if you had dirt on you before you accepted it. Don't accept it and act like you're going to stay in the fight. And then as soon as you meet with some senators, we had a good meeting with the senators. I don't want to be a distraction. No, they must have told you something in there. They must have got some evidence that you ain't telling us about or something. Either that, you just a feline. Should have knew something suspicious about you because your hair was too perfect there for a minute. But I gave you the benefit of that. I actually like Matt Gaetz. But when you show me you're a coward, I disdain for cowards. Whenever somebody said, well, he had to do it because of the money. He had to do it because P. Diddy made him do it. I don't give a damn if you got the whole mafia. It's certain things you got to be willing to die for. You ain't willing to die for it, stop acting like you are a badass. He should have never resigned, or you should have never accepted it. But I don't want to hear this is a good thing. He did something, he accepted it. It actually makes Mr. Trump look bad for you to accept this. You should have said, no, Mr. President, you can tell me you want to spend time with your family, but you know you got dirt on you, so don't do it. And I don't want to hear anything about the 4 Republicans who didn't do it. He still should have stayed in the fight. Make those Republicans expose themselves for being rhinos. And people like Trey Gowdy left out of the Senate after this list came out for the $17.2 million of hush money. He resigned. A bunch of more of them resigned. So they're probably on the list. Expose that list. I want all these dirty bastards to get exposed. They always want to expose somebody else's dirty laundry, but they never want to talk about their dirty laundry. So what if Matt Gaetz paid somebody? No, I'm not justifying a damn thing. But almost every last one of them paid some whore or something else. Their mistress, their secretary or something. Kamala Harris, she was the nomination and she got paid. So we need to go investigate her then. You freaking kidding me? I don't want to hear it. There's no reason for him to step down unless you admitting you had sex with a minor or you did something illegal. Because if you're just saying he paid somebody, you can almost lock up every senator, every congressman. You said, well, he committed adultery. Shouldn't do it. But you can lock up every last one of them for that too then. Make them resign too. We got to have some consistency. I don't want to hear nothing about he did the right thing stepping down. He should have never took the nomination if you're a coward. Don't talk like a honey badger if you Mary Poppins.